What's up, beautiful people, and once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, I'm just gonna dive straight into it, right? And to be frank with you guys, just a couple of weeks ago, I've been having a conversation with one of my close friends, and the bro is really distraughted. He's in one of the most difficult phases that he's experiencing in life. It's something I realized that he has not experienced in a very long time, you know. And within these couple of weeks, we've been having these conversations. And the last one I just had with him over the phone, I was pretty much straightforward with everything I said to him, because if I wasn't straightforward with him, I wouldn't be much of a true friend, right? And look, the guy's going through a difficult breakup, right? And many of you who are watching the channel, many of you who are going to be tuning in to this video as well, might be experiencing the very same thing. And I myself experienced these things over and over again in different kind of forms. And let's be honest, a breakup is pretty much rejection at the end of the day. And we need to face rejection in a way where we need to know how to navigate these things when they come into our lives. But before I can explain my side of rejection, how I've encountered it and how I've dealt with it, I need everybody to understand one thing. It really doesn't matter how much money you make in this world. It really doesn't matter how successful you are or all the great things you've achieved. But there is going to come a time in your life where you are faced with rejection. All right? It can come in different formats, in different forms, but at the end of the day, these are unexpected, chaotic situations. These are also unexpected disappointments that have been thrown your way. And it's difficult when you think about it to face these kind of things, especially when they come in unexpected manners. And now we're talking about a situation where we're dealing with a breakup. All right. I mean, think about it. Your significant other coming and telling you that you no longer the one for them. You no longer that guy or that girl for them. You don't measure up to the standards they used to put you at. It can be traumatic. It can be shocking to you at the same time. And guys, you need to understand one thing. It can get horrible because sometimes they can be very brutal and honest. In his case, his lovely lady, yes, I said lovely lady because she was honest. That's something you can appreciate. She told him that she's moved on. She's found someone else. Now, when you hear that from someone you've been together with for a very long time, it's painful because they're basically telling you that they have found someone better than you. Unfortunately, that's what it is. They've found someone who's better than you, someone that they want to explore with, who they see as a potential in terms of a long-term relationship. All right. Now, when these things happen to you, whether it's just a breakup, it might not just be a breakup only. And you need to come to the understanding that in life, people are going to walk out of your life. People are going to break up with you. People are going to fire you. You're going to miss out on big business opportunities that you've invested time in, you've invested money in. Then all of a sudden, your investor comes and tells you, you're not good enough for this. These things can all leave you in a disappointed manner where you don't even know what to do anymore. And when these things do happen to you, you feel like you're unwanted, you're unworthy, you're not capable enough, you're not good enough for any type of situation that you are facing at that moment. And here's the deal. As I was speaking to my friend over the phone, he was telling me how he's trying to navigate the situation. And what caught my attention is the way he's trying to navigate the situation. He told me that he tends to go out a lot. All right. He's a social guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a social guy. He goes out, he does his thing, he has his fun. But now he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And that's going to bring me to one of the steps where you should actually avoid when dealing with unexpected disappointments such as this. And right now, we're talking about someone who broke up. We're talking about someone who got their heart broken. And guys, when you're experiencing unexpected disappointment, you feel unwanted, you feel traumatic at the same time, you need to understand the first step everybody needs to understand is that you really need to stay away from alcohol. And in this case, guys, alcohol is not the problem. You are the problem at this point with the emotions that you are facing, the pain that you are facing, and you going and diving into alcohol. The only thing you're doing is suppressing the situation. You're suppressing the emotions. Everything that you are feeling, you just want to shut it out using alcohol. And in the long run, if you ask me, someone who's been down this road, I myself have been down this road. I tried using alcohol at a point in time and it backfired. Because you need to understand, at the end of the day, what you are doing is causing more chaos for yourself. Because what happens when you are inebriated, when you're drunk, is that yes, you feel like those emotions are gone. Yes, you feel like you feel better, as if you're on top of the world. But it's just for that moment. Once you're rational again, once you're sober again, all of that emotion just comes back and hits you 10 times harder. So what do you do then? You're going to look for more alcohol to suppress the emotion, more and more and more. Then eventually, it can actually lead to even something bigger than what you are facing now. To the point where if you are working in a professional environment, what can happen is that now you're struggling to go to work. You're waking up late because you have a hangover. You actually getting to work late, and which could result in warnings, can result in multiple warnings where you end up losing your job. All right. And it can actually also hinder you in the long run where you make the wrong decisions. Now you're out, you're drinking, you're having so much to drink, and in the club, you might look at another female and have a one-night stand. What ends up resulting in that one-night stand? Maybe diseases. You don't want that. Unexpected diseases. You just don't want diseases at all. Unwanted pregnancies. Now you're stuck with someone you don't know and you have a child with them. Now you have to learn them. You don't want any of these chaotic experiences. So my advice to you for the first step is, when you're experiencing disappointment, you're experiencing rejection, stay the hell away from alcohol. All right. Now, the second thing you can do and you must do, and many of you are actually going to say it's easier said than done, which it is, but you need to acknowledge the situation for what it is. In this case, like I said, we're speaking about someone who got their heart broken, someone who's going through an experience where they're feeling pain. Now, when you acknowledge the situation, you're allowing yourself to feel those emotions, not dwell in them, feel them for what they are and go through them. Because there is no other way around it. Now, when you go through them, you are actually processing time to be able to heal. And eventually, when you become more rational about it, this is where you're going to come to the realization that, guys, things aren't as bad as they seem. Just like in life, you're going to get encounters where things aren't as good as they seem. Because if you think about this romantic relationship he experienced, sometimes it's not that he's heartbroken because the person left him. He's more heartbroken because he fell in love with what could have been. That's what it is sometimes. Most of the time, that's the case. You are mourning what could have been. And in other situations of rejection, whether it's a business deal going wrong, where they don't have faith in you, or you losing your job, or your friends walking away from you, this is the exact same thing. Acknowledge the situation for what it is, accept it, process it, but never ever dwell on it. All right. So once you give yourself the time to actually acknowledge it, go through it, and understand it for what it really is, it's going to lead you to the third step that I'm about to give you, and which is everybody needs to learn how to take control. Now, even though in the situation that you're in right now, you might be thinking, there is nothing that I can control right now. There is nothing within your grasp. But if you think about it, yes, you can't control the fact that she broke up with you. You can't control the fact that you've lost your job. You can't control the fact that you've missed out on those big opportunities. All right? You've missed out on opportunities where you believed you invested so much time into that business opportunity that you should be having it. You can't control it. It's gone. So when I say take control of the situation, it means that now you need to start working on yourself. All right. There are things you can do that can benefit you in the process that you're experiencing. For one, ask yourself this question. In the process that you are actually experiencing, the emotions that you're experiencing, are you counterproductive to the situation? Are you really working on yourself? You as a guy, right? Are you still going to the gym, trying to physically better yourself? Not to do it for them, but to do it for you, to look better, to feel better. I'm not saying look like a Greek god, but part of self-improvement is also working on the physical aspect. Because at the end of the day, you need to realize one thing. Time is going to run its course, right? And once time runs its course, eventually you're going to heal. But the question is, are you still going to be the same old you going forward? Or by the time has actually played its role, you've healed, are you going to be a better version of yourself? Are you upskilling yourself, preparing yourself for better job opportunities that are coming, for better business opportunities that are coming? All these things that you are able to take control of are now helping you, propelling you for things that are coming in your way in the future, all right? Such as now you're also presented with the opportunity. Something you don't realize, guys, is that when someone walks out of your life, when you don't get that business opportunity, and when you lose that job or some sort, it also presents you the opportunity to meet someone better, to now find a better job, for you to get business opportunities. That's why I speak of upskilling yourself at the same time. Become better in a whole complete different way. Because like I said, time is definitely going to play its course. You will feel better in the long run. But here's the thing, you need to come out of it a better version of yourself. And eventually you will see, guys, that these situations that you are currently in, the only reason why it feels like everything is going wrong is because the wounds are still fresh. The disappointment is still fresh. The chaoticness is still running wild in your mind. All right. So you just need to be able to take control of the situation by realizing that you can still take control of things that are still in your grasp. All right. Focus on those things. Become a better version of yourself, and then improve on it. And then you'll see as time goes on, you want to meet people and you want people to meet a better version of you. You want, when those business opportunities to come, to see a better upskilled version of you. So that's what you need to do. You need to take control of the situation, and you need to self-improve, become the better version. And then at the end of the day, you will realize that there is more out there. At the end of the day, it's all about living in abundance. All right. Now, the fourth thing, this is the fourth thing, and it's the last thing. And it's actually, it has a relation to step number 3. You need to understand that you need to use this rejection that you're feeling right now to help you, propel you to the next level. All right. Now, what I mean is that you need to understand that rejection, at the end of the day, guys, this is energy. Now, what do I mean when I say this is energy? And what do I mean when I'm calling it all together as energy? You cannot destroy energy at the end of the day. This is negative energy, by the way, and you can't destroy it. Now, the only thing you can do with energy is to convert it. Now, when converting it for you, you are going to be converting this negative energy into something more positive, into something more productive, into something that's going to benefit you in the long run as a whole. All right. So it means, like I said in step number 3, go work out, become a better version of yourself physically. And one thing with working out, it also plays a mental mind game. It gives you that mental fortitude. All right. So when you become physically better, you start to feel more confident. You start to feel more confident. You start to eat in different ways. I'm not saying have the perfect diet, but you will realize when you start taking steps to these little things, you start to self-improve. So you need to be counterproductive to everything you do. And you need to use the energy, the negative energy that has been thrown your way in a way that can propel you to become much more better and to become more equipped for better opportunities that are coming, for better people that you're actually going to meet. And at the end of the day, you are not just doing it for them. The most important part, you are doing it for you. Self-improvement, guys, is for you, all right? And now they get to experience the best version of you yet to come. And the thing is, as well, what I've realized is that if you can master these things over time, guys, and because you need to understand also that chaotic situations, unexpected disappointment, rejection, it's not going to happen once in your life. It's reoccurring. It's reoccurring. So if you can master these kind of steps, you will become the absolute best at navigating through these things. All right. So if you can just apply those things like I have, let me quickly tell you a story. 2020, I experienced someone, who was really close to me. I dated her for a year and I was really close to her. We were like two peas in a pot, right? And 2021, we broke up. I never saw it coming. It was unexpected. And that's where I was diving into clubs, diving into alcohol, doing the most self-destructive things you can imagine. All right. I was trying new things that I thought I was numbing the pain. I thought it was cool. I just had I don't care attitude. But I didn't realize that in the long run, I'm actually hindering myself. I'm hurting myself. And that's where I learned that I need to acknowledge the situation for what it is. The person who did it to me at that time wasn't wrong. She was honest with me as well. As much as we were close, as much as we loved each other, but she was very honest and she told me that, dude, I am done with you. I've been going on a couple of dates and I've been trying to see who's even more compatible to me. So what was that? She was telling me that I'm no longer the guy. She was basically telling me that she's found better than me. So I went and dived into alcohol, did all these things, ended up in the wrong clubs that you can think of, that you can ever imagine, drinking, getting home around 7 a.m. in the morning on weekends, going to work, with a headache the next day. And it was very, very hindering. It's not worth it. All right. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, use the negative energy to now work on yourself. Use the negative energy to become a better version of yourself. Use this negative energy to actually motivate you to go and achieve those dreams you want to achieve, to go and achieve the success you want to achieve. Let it drive you to the next level of your life. And I can tell you now, things will get better. And lastly, I just want to leave everyone with this and understand that, guys, things do get better. You will meet better. You will experience better. And you will get better in the long run. So guys, that's my 2 cents advice to you guys. For those of you who are experiencing any type of rejection, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's you and your friends breaking up as friends, whether it's you losing your job, whether it's your own business running through the ground, you need to understand that these are experiences of life that you need to learn from. These are experiences of life that you need to become better from. This is not the end of the world for anyone, but when you look at it from a different perspective, it's a brand new chapter that you should go out and conquer. So guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, and then I'll see you guys on the next one.